Hello, my name is Skip Sharp, W9REL, and ARES Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator for Training. Welcome to Training Bulletin number 7, WinLink Installation and Operation. Think of it as an introduction to WinLink. WinLink, in short, is a system for sending and receiving email and messages by radio or by the internet. Its true value, though, is its radio capability for emergency and disaster communications. In addition to email, WinLink has several neat features, including a large number of built-in forms, including ICS forms, enhancing its usefulness even more. WinLink has a robust error correction feature, making it 100% accurate. And because it's digital, the chance for errors while sending messages by voice are eliminated. The following video is from What is WinLink? It's produced and narrated by Rick Frost, K4REF. Rick holds an amateur extra class license. He has a passion for emergency management and volunteers with both the Tennessee and the Kentucky emergency management agencies. Rick has a collection of WinLink training videos on his YouTube channel.
In today's program, we hope to help you better understand the WinLink system by telling you about the message types, the pathways they take, and the modes required to do it in the WinLink Global Radio Messaging System. WinLink started in the late 1990s and is also known as the WinLink 2000 Network. WinLink is an all-volunteer project of the Amateur Radio Safety Foundation, which is a non-profit, public benefit corporation. What really is WinLink? In its simplest terms, WinLink is a worldwide system for transferring email via radio. WinLink has global connectivity. These maps show some of the many RMS stations worldwide. WinLink also has a wide range of users. WinLink has traditionally been associated with amateur radio. This includes the casual ham operator using the system for his everyday email. It also includes amateurs that volunteer their services in many other organizations. In this program, all of the examples we will look at are based on the amateur radio users. Another major user of WinLink is emergency communications. These include groups using WinLink for local, state, national, and international emergencies. The redundancy, flexibility, and off-grid independence built into the WinLink system make it a strong player in the emergency communications environment. A lesser-known group of WinLink users are city, state, and our national government. And this also is true both within the United States and for governments around the world. Also included in this category would be many allied agencies helping with government operations. They have all learned that WinLink gets the emails through when other operations are not available.
So to recap, WinLink is a means to send and receive email and messages over the internet using the Telnet feature, or over the air using amateur radio if the internet is disabled or you're just not in range of an internet provider. WinLink is interoperable with our first response served agency partners and flexible enough to handle formatted email messages and a wide variety of agency-specific forms. Sending a WinLink email is as simple as filling out the standard email form. Or you can send an ARRL radiogram for the National Traffic System. Other available forms include the Red Cross, Salvation Army Saturn, even shares forms. WinLink includes a library of ICS forms, including the ICS 213 General Message Form, the ICS 205 Incident Radio Communications Plan, and even the ACS 309 station log. In fact, WinLink will generate a station log for you whenever you like. The hitch is, in order to use WinLink, you need to have a WinLink account. Josh Roscos, KC9WWH, is the Wisconsin ARES RACES West Central District Emergency Coordinator. He's produced this video, A Beginner's Guide to WinLink.
Hello, this is KC9WWH. Name here is Josh, and today we are going to talk about how to install and set up WinLink, formerly known as RMS Express. WinLink is really just amateur radio email, but besides just being able to use the internet, we can also use our radio to transmit over RF. Today, however, we are just going to be discussing WinLink over the internet via a mode called Telnet. So let's get started. First things first, you're going to open up your favorite internet browser and head over to winlink.org. Here we will click on My Account. So I want to take note of a couple things here on the left-hand side. First, we'll see that WinLink accounts can only be created with a client program. So we cannot create it online. We have to download the software first to install. You're also going to need a valid amateur radio license or a license from a participating government agency. And right here, how to get an account. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do is download WinLink Express. One thing I will point out at the bottom here is that if you do not sign in at least once every 400 days, your account will automatically be purged. And as it states at the bottom there, webmail does not count. So have to use the client software. Alright, so let's go ahead and download WinLink Express. Here we're going to click on Download WinLink Express at the bottom of the page. And it will begin downloading. Once we're done there, and click Open. And go ahead and run the installer. And we'll basically just click Next through here, using the defaults. Unprompted, yep, we'll enter that. Awesome, and we're done, cool. So we can minimize everything here. Now let's go ahead and launch WinLink Express. Okay, so the first time WinLink launches, you're going to be prompted with this screen here to set up your account. At a minimum, you're going to need to enter in your call sign, a password of your choice, your recovery email address, and your grid square. Once all that's done, you'll just click Update. In my case here, I'm entering my information. However, I'm already registered, so you're going to see some of my information populate here when I enter my password in. Now you can see here that on the right-hand side I have a lot of their information entered in. However, this is not required information. Again, only things required are your call sign, password of your choice, and your recovery email and grid square. Once we're all done here, we can go ahead and click Update. And with that, we're basically set up. WinLink Express is ready to go at this point. You can see now it's updating in the background, so it updates in the standard forms. We can just click OK on that. Now, we're going to expand the window up a little here, make it a little bigger to see everything. But in the top here, you see Open Sessions. Currently, Telnet WinLink is selected, which is what we're going to be using. But if we click on the drop-down box here, we will see a lot of other selections we can choose from as well. Now, most of these are for using the radio over RF, but we're going to go ahead and use Telnet WinLink in this case. So once we've done that, and click Open Session. Now we are going to get a prompt here that says we have to wait at least 180 seconds. And that is because we just created our new account, and we have to give the system time to populate that account before we can actually use it. So while we're waiting for that, let's take a look at a couple other things. First off, we go up to Settings here, and then we'll go to WinLink Express Properties. Here we can get back to where we were initially when we set up. So if you ever want to change things, your password, or add information here, you can always come back later on and click Update after filling in the information. We can also go to Settings and Preferences, and here we can set a few other settings like how long the message is highlighted before we mark it as read, or if we want to add the / WL2K to the subject of all messages. Now this goes back quite a ways. It's been going on for a while. It's a nice designator to see where the message originated from. With WinLink, you can send regular emails, so being able to track how this message originated from WinLink system is quite handy. If you want to make any changes, you can go ahead, otherwise we'll click Update here. Alright, so we've waited about 3 minutes now. Let's go ahead and open a session. And we'll see the window open up here, and all we'll do is we'll click Start. Here we can see it connect to the CMS system and connected just fine, no errors. We had no messages received, no messages sent, and we're disconnected. We'll also note here that time to auto-connect is currently disabled. If you wanted to automatically check for messages, you can go in here to Settings and select the designated interval of your choice. I'm going to choose 30 minutes, that's what I usually leave it on. Click Update. Now you can see the time to next auto-connect is coming down from 30. Alright, let's create a new message here. And we're going to send this to a call sign of someone I know who hasn't set up WinLink yet. So we're going to casing on MLE, we're going to say subject test message. We'll put some body of the text in there and go ahead and sign it. And now, unlike traditional email where you just click send, with ARES Express or WinLink you have to click post to outbox. And here we'll see in our outbox that we have one message waiting to be sent. Now normally this would wait till your session timer hits 0 and then connect and send. We can speed it up by clicking start. And now it'll go through and we can see sending message. It's got a sending 3LFR, that's just the message identifier. It completed the message send and disconnected. So we've successfully sent the message now to a call sign. We'll also see on the left-hand side here that our outbox went to 0, and now we have one sent item as well. Alright, let's go ahead and let's check and see if we got a message back at all from the system. We'll go back to our session window here, and then click Start. Alright, we got a message we received, you can see here, on deliverable message. And if we go up to our inbox and look at it, we can see, yep, this warning only applies to case NLE. This call sign is not known or is invalid, which we expected because we know the user has not registered yet. So it's a good way to know when you're sending messages if someone has not signed up. Now, if you had several email or several call signs listed in there, it would list out the ones here that have not been set up yet. So keep that in mind that the message still went out to everyone else, just not to this particular user if you had multiple call signs. Alright, now let's say I want to organize things. I like to keep my inbox at 0, so we're going to create some folders here, the personal folders. So you move your mouse over there into the personal folder section and right click. You'll get this dialog here where you can choose the name of the folder you want to create. I'm going to create one called National Traffic System. Click Update. And I'm going to create another one called WIAR, Wisconsin Areas Races, Digital Net. Click Update. And I'll create one more for training. Now if I want to move a message to a folder, I can highlight the message here, and this top drop-down box where it says Move To, I can select the folder of choice, in this case Training, then click Move To. Just like that, we move the message to the training folder. And that's it. WinLink is pretty simple to use, pretty easy to set up, especially the telnet aspect. So hopefully this will help you out, get you going here. If you ever want to send a message to someone, feel free to shoot me a message. Again, my call sign is KC9WWH. I'll be happy to respond to you and do a little QSO with you. So anyway, have a great day. 73 KC9WWH is clear.
Josh talked about a few things in his video that I'd like to expand upon. For instance, I'd like to talk about having your WinLink messages sent directly to your email address. From the WinLink main screen, click on Settings, and then Update User Options. In the field below Forward My Messages to this alternate address, you can enter your email address and the WinLink system will forward your incoming messages to your email automatically. To cancel this feature, just clear out this field. Josh also demonstrated sending a WinLink message to a station without a WinLink account and receiving that undeliverable message notice from the system. It is possible, however, to send a WinLink message to someone without a WinLink account. First, start a new message, either by clicking the new message icon or by clicking the Message tab and selecting New Message. Now, instead of putting a call sign in the To field, put in a valid email address. The WinLink system will forward the message automatically to this address. Let's go behind the curtain and see how WinLink works.
Oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
By radio, a station sends a WinLink message over HF, VHF, or UHF, doesn't really matter, to an RMS gateway. The gateway forwards the messages on to a network of common message servers, or CMS for short. These are spread out all over the world and are interconnected with each other so that they all have the same information. The CMS gateways route incoming messages onto their destinations and check for any messages for any of the stations checked in, forwarding them back to the RMS gateway for ultimate delivery. If the internet is available, and if you choose to use it, a station can use Telnet. Telnet forwards messages directly to the common message servers. Any incoming traffic for the sending station is automatically sent back. There's still another way to send WinLink messages, which doesn't involve any of the WinLink infrastructure. It's called peer-to-peer, or P2P.
This is Craig, AC5KW, and Mark, W5MAE on the computer. In this training, we'll be talking about WinLink peer-to-peer email. WinLink email is a major component in disaster communications. We all need to know how to use it and develop our own capability to support it in an emergency. The agencies that we serve prefer to use email whenever possible. Our job is to get the message through, and voice communications does not get the job done. So to review, your RMS Express is called a WinLink client. When you connect to the RMS server from your client, the RMS server queries a CMS server for any email addressed to your station and forwards it to you. It accepts any email that you have posted to your outbox and forwards it to an internet CMS server. RMS Express also supports the exchange of email between two clients. This is called peer-to-peer, or P2P mode. RMS servers do not accept peer-to-peer connections. It's just between clients. RMS Express can exchange peer-to-peer email with another RMS Express client or a recent airmail client. Peer-to-peer connections are very useful when the recipient of your email is within VHF simplex range of your station, because the connection can be made on any available frequency agreed upon between you and the receiving station. This moves email traffic off of congested RMS server frequencies, saving critical bandwidth for other stations. Peer-to-peer connections can also be made with the aid of a digipeater. Even if the digipeater is on an RMS server frequency, it still helps reduce congestion by directly transferring the email to the recipient client rather than through the two-step process of placing it on the server and later receiving it. Dude, peer-to-peer connections are so useful you should practice them with your friends until you can do it before your first cup of coffee in the morning. Let's send a peer-to-peer email. In RMS Express, you must decide when you create an email whether you're going to send it to a WinLink server or send it P2P to another client. Click Peer-to-Peer Message. The message must be addressed to the call sign of the station that will receive it. You can only address a P2P message to that single station. Then post it to the outbox. Open the packet session. At the top, click on Switch to Peer-to-Peer Session. Type the recipient station call sign into the Connect Station field and include a digipeater if necessary. The recipient station must prepare to receive a P2P connection by opening the packet session and switching to the P2P session. A voice net is often used to coordinate P2P email exchanges. Both stations should check their frequency selection, and the station with the traffic presses Start to initiate the connection. Because the recipient station has the packet P2P session active, it answers the call and exchanges the email. Only email created as P2P and addressed to the other station in the connection will be exchanged. When sending P2P email, it's very easy to forget to address the email P2P when it's created. Also to forget to switch the packet session to P2P. It's also very easy to forget to switch them back to the WinLink message and WinLink session when it's time to connect to a WinLink server. If your P2P email exchange is not working, check these things first. Master these techniques, and you become a critical asset in drills and emergency responses. Everybody will love you. And remember to keep your email short. It should not exceed 30K. The shorter, the better. It was a pleasure. 73 from Craig, AC5KW, and Mark, W5MAE, out.
So here's how peer-to-peer works. Let's say Station 1 has traffic for Station 2. Drafts a message for Station 2. And then, and this is important, sets Send As to peer-to-peer message, and then clicks Post to Outbox. Now, in their video, Craig and Mark demonstrated VHF peer-to-peer, so let's us demonstrate sending a message over HF. First, Station 1 and Station 2 need to agree on the time the message is going to be sent and on what frequency. From WinLink's main screen, Station 1 opens the session drop-down list and then selects WinMore Peer-to-Peer or WinMore P2P and then clicks Open Session. When the WinLink session window opens, Station 1 fills in the receiving station's call sign and frequency that they've agreed to use, and then clicks Start. As the video said, the two stations then need to agree on when and on what frequency the message will be sent. Peer-to-peer works on any frequency or any band in the amateur radio spectrum, HF, VHF, or UHF. The WinLink infrastructure is not involved in peer-to-peer messages. At the appointed time and frequency, Station 1 sends his or her traffic, and the message goes directly to Station 2. An exercise to help your group practice peer-to-peer message relay. The point of the exercise is the practice. It's okay if a few mistakes are made. That's what practice is for. In this exercise, Net Control drafts a message for the net.
Send this message to the task force.
He or she decides to send the message by relaying it around the net and negotiates with Station 1 on how and when to send it. At the appointed time and on the agreed upon frequency, the NCS sends the message. After receiving the message, Station 1 repeats the process with Station 2. Station 2 does likewise with Station 3. And finally, Station 3 again repeats the process by sending the message back to Net Control. So to summarize, this training bulletin introduced you to WinLink, explained the process to download WinLink Express, install it on your computer, and set up a WinLink account. demonstrated sending a WinLink message over the air and over the internet, and demonstrated how to use WinLink peer-to-peer. If you have questions on anything in this training bulletin, first, work individually or as a group to discuss and analyze the question. The best solutions come from person-to-person collaboration. And then practice with WinLink. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you need to, feel free to send me an email at w9rel@arrl.net. Better yet, send me a WinLink message. And finally, enjoy amateur radio. 7-3 from W9REL.